Hey everyone, this is Editor Beth, and I wanted to give a quick disclaimer that we recorded this episode prior to the recent events and airstrikes. When we recorded this episode, we just wanted to give some of our strategies for staying sane in a world that is so complicated, hard, and scary. We hope that this episode can bring you a little bit of joy, maybe a smile, maybe even a laugh during such a trying time. Thank you.
Hey, welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies talking about how to stay sane in this crazy world that we find ourselves in.
I can't even. It's a struggle.
Because it does not stop. But it is like one ridiculous thing after another.
Yeah.
After 2025, I mean, come on.
I know. I was hoping
it's not
it
any
hasn't
better.
Calmed. Yeah, it's like a fire hose. And so I literally had to make a conscious decision to be like, we have to figure out ways to like be informed, be aware, be mindful, be active, be present, but also like keep our own sanity and protect our own peace.
Yes.
Because you can only take so much.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I do very much so appreciate that. We tend to keep it light. With the exception of sometimes some cat drama or a cringe purge here. But for the most part, like this is a safe space for me to just be like, and I'm not thinking right now.
Right.
So, anyway,
about the world, the hard things
stuff
in the world. Yeah.
So it's nice. So yeah, I have some strategies right now, which have evolved and some of them are shocking. I
really?
feel.
Okay.
Yes.
Go first.
I realized so days are long, I'm working all day, blah, blah, blah. And I realized when I come home, I first of all immediately just only talk in my cat voice to the cats, which is humiliating, but whatever. I call them out and I find them, and typically I find Bubba first. And I realized I've been huffing my cats.
Wait, what is that?
Huffing is like when, people like spray paint or some kind of chemical.
Oh, you mean like you sniff them?
Yeah, but in a way that is intense. And so like I always scoop them up and put them up by my face and I just give them pets and I just like take these like deep breaths into their fur. And I do it for probably a good at least minute, maybe two, sometimes even more with Bubba. Fratelli will give me 30 seconds to 45 seconds. That's my window. But it feels so good. And by the end, it's like I've taken a bunch of calming breaths. I have like held and snuggled my cat. I put them down and I'm like, okay, now I can like, I've let the day go.
It's therapy.
It is the best therapy unless you have an allergy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you would not be doing
yes.
that.
But it's just, I don't know. It's just something about that like little bit of like warm connection to a furry little beast. And again, I don't know how they smell so good when they eat. Like their breath stinks. Like it smells like salmon half the time or chicken bits, but their fur smells majestic and it just does something to my brain. So they are my own personal heroine. So I love it.
That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I always need something to just look forward to.
Yes.
Always. So I've got, a dance event on the calendar. I can fantasize about that. But lately we have started discussing and planning for a family vacation.
Oh, that's exciting.
And it is exciting because the last one we took was actually the last couple that trips we had with our family was around like my dad's illness and then his passing, which really wasn't a family vacation in the same sense. Yeah. And so it's been a few years since we've done a family vacation. And I'm talking like international, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm getting excited about that. And it's really fun to just immerse myself in reels of around the world of places to visit because we're trying to decide like where to go in this whole wide world. And there's a lot of really great options. And so a great distraction for me and a great something to look forward to is definitely key in staying sane.
Absolutely. Well, and the fantasy of all the places you could go, because it's like, there's a place that's like, this is realistically where I could go, but this is where I would go if I had no budget. And that's fun to plan too in your head. I mean, I know you're planning for the real stuff, but I can only imagine it'd be fun to be like, let me just look at Bali for a second and see what that would be like. Or,
yes.
yeah, I think that is fantastic. I have taken a negative route a little bit. I've been a little extra judgy. And specifically with my trash reality TV.
Okay.
And I've been watching, well, I haven't been watching. I watched Love is Blind. The new season came out around like the Valentine's Day. It comes out around Valentine's Day every year. So the end of February, I was watching Love is Blind. And as someone that, has been dipping her toe back in the dating pool, you would think I was an expert based on how I was judging these people and the questions they're asking. And I've gotten to a point in life where I respond to the TV now by myself, just in my house. And I'm watching, the premise is Love is Blind is that people
Is this the one with all the pods?
They date each other in these pods where they can't see each other. They only hear each other's voice. And it's not until they decide they want to get married that they get to see each other. And so,
well, and it starts off with like a big bunch of
huge
people,
group,
and so you
narrow.
You date, you have time with like all these 10 different people, and then you kind of like narrow it down, right?
And some people get like right away, it's like one-on-one, that's my person, okay? And then a lot of times there's people that are like, they have like 2 or 3 people, and then it gets down to 2, and it'll be like down to the wire, and then it'll be like within a day they're like, I love both of you, and then it's just like, then they pick one to marry. It's crazy. But anyway,
wait, is this the show where they do get married and then they go on a honeymoon?
So they get engaged, then they go on a honeymoon to usually Mexico, and it's just all the couples. So the first like couple days, it's just the couple, and then they go meet all the other couples that are engaged. Then they go and they live for a couple weeks in an apartment together.
Right.
And then they go to the altar if they make it to the altar, and then they decide at the altar if they're going to get married or break up.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So it's very dramatic. It's a wedding, and they're like, and then they either say I do or like nope.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So super dramatic.
Yeah. And sometimes they break up ahead of time and blah blah blah. But I don't know why. I mean, we all know why. It's guilty pleasure. But this year, it's just like I'm watching it and yelling at the screen, like as they're like seeing each other. Oh, you don't like her? That's not gonna work. And I'm just like, and it's like I one of the things I hate about Love is Blind is because they say love is blind and you could fall in love with anybody, but they have no uggos on there. There's nobody that's really like an unattractive person. They always have one token person that's like slightly overweight or has a backstory with like they have something about them. There's it's just kind of funny because you're like, yeah, you're not really giving like the full. I want to see like the neck beard guys.
You want to see the real life.
Could
people?
You fall in love with somebody that really is like.
You want to go on your dating app and you want to like gather up, 15 people that you see that are like currently truly just like living their real life, trying to find somebody. I mean, that looks like a normal person. Is that what you mean?
I just mean like they always pick above average people.
Yeah.
They need to pick some people that are like straight up like, I understand why though, because like the public would crucify them and they go on social media like, you're an ugly person. How dare you want love? So I don't really want that. But I think it would be very interesting if they really just picked people with amazing personalities and they wouldn't be like, oh, but we have this one lady. She's a size 12. So she's a real heifer. So you might not want to marry her. It's just like, it's so annoying. But I've just been very judgy on the relationships this year. And
okay. Is it a good season though? Like, do you think I should watch it?
I love all the seasons pretty much.
Okay.
So far, so I liked this season better than last season. We shall see. I feel like it was a lot more dramatic. I've seen some people, what they'll do is when they watch the season, they like put a blanket over the TV or they only listen to the audio.
Because they want to be blind?
Because they don't want to see the person. So they'll do it until they actually meet. And when they meet, that's when they first see them. So they can like judge, like, what did they think that person looked like and whatever and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. Wow. I like the drama of it all. The other show that I've been watching that I was really judgy on was the new episodes of Vanderpump Rules. Now, I'm a Vanderpump Rules girl.
Yes,
original. I've seen it a gajillion times. I love it. And I mean, I still watch the old episodes on repeat.
Didn't you say they have like a new cast now?
So they got a whole new cast this year.
How do you feel about it?
It was interesting because you could tell a lot of them were just there for like the fame a little bit, it felt like, even though like the show didn't really pop off, I think the way they wanted to. They really needed to do a reboot and use one of her other restaurants. Like they should have done like Vanderpump Rules Vegas because she's a Vegas thing and like make it all fresh instead of being at the old restaurant. And it was weird because it's like all these kids are in Hollywood and stuff. And again, I'm judging harshly. I'm saying we shouldn't be so harsh on people and their looks and stuff. But you're looking at these people and they're like, these are hot people. And you're like, I mean, they're kind of just like average kids, like, and like a couple of the guys are like very like, I'm just so hot. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, no, you're not, or they're just, it's just weird. And I'm like, you're being too judgy. I'm like, okay, but they're putting themselves out there like, I'm a hot person and you should look at me because I'm so hot and everybody wants me. That means to me that you are opening the door for me to be like, actually,
right.
You're just kind of like, okay, you're fit, but your personality plus your eyebrows are giving not so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've been a little bit judgy, but it has been a place of peace for me and given me some sanity in crazy times.
Well, it's a place to escape to. I mean,
100%.
That's
100%.
I would also recommend escaping to nature.
See, that's healthy.
No, but it does make a difference. If I can get outside and go for a walk, it does really help me stay sane. Not that I'm doing it every single day, but the more that I do get outside, it does actually really help.
Yeah.
With feeling more sane.
Recently, my manager's like, let's go get some sunshine. I was like, ugh, shut up. I didn't say that really, but in my head and my face said that. And I'm like, fine, I'll go on a walk with you. So we walked outside for like 10 minutes and it was helpful, but it was so annoying. It's like moving your body's helpful. Like my friend and I, we joined a hot yoga studio. So we've been doing hot yoga. First of all, the first class I took, I almost died. I was like,
why not just regular yoga, Beth?
Well, because it's the closest yoga studio to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. I did it once before and it was okay. I didn't love it. Actually, I hated it.
I know. I talked about it before.
Like it was really bad.
Necessarily going to be your thing. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm trying to say yes and do things. So we go, and the first class, it was like, I kind of gave me a bad taste because like we sign up and like we go in and no workers are in the studio really, like there are other places. So we come in, we're like, what do we do? Where do we put our stuff? So we're just kind of following other people. Finally, I just asked them like, what's the process? And so she told us it was like another student. So we go in and we put our mats down. And it was kind of confusing like where you put the mats because they have all these stickers on the ground. You're like, okay, do I put them between the stickers or at the sticker? And how many people are going to be in the class? Like it was just a lot. So we get in there and it's warm and it was kind of nice because it was cold. So it's like, okay, well, we're in there doing our thing. And the class starts. And I've always been in yoga classes where the instructor like tells you what's going on in a way or like demonstrates more. No, this was like a rapid fire yoga class. And it was like it was like a flow class. So it is supposed to be where you're kind of flowing through the motions. But we are flowing so fast that I'm whipping my head up and down so much that I start getting sick, not from the heat, but from getting head rushes from going up and down so fast with my brain. Finally, I just had to sit down and I had to like just breathe and like I'm gonna vomit because of the fact that this is like a roller coaster of going. And then they're explaining stuff, but like they're saying all the poses and things, but like they're not really demonstrating. And it's like, so we're just looking around the class and
why aren't they demonstrating? The instructor's not doing it?
Not fully. So clearly
that's strange.
It was one of those things like, you guys need to say this is an intermediate class. This is a class for people that come regularly and know your flow because you're going so fast. And they're like, grab a strap and then grab a block and then do this. And you're trying to look and like, my hips are in the air, but I can't see you. And then everything's really close in the class. And it's like a guys and girls. And so there's a guy in front of me with these giant ass feet and his feet are like flying at my face. And I'm like, you're going to kick me in the face. I'm like, no, he's not. But it just was like,
I don't know that this is the best.
I've tried different classes and so it's fine. It just, the first one was just a lot, but I was trying to do it to like be centered. And I was thinking it was going to be a yoga class of like, I'm just moving my body and like breathing, stretching and like engaging and connecting with self to be sane. And instead I'm like, oh my gosh, this was so crazy. But after the class, like I did feel a lot better. Like it was good. It was just like in the class, I was like, I need to find a class like this, but that's one less intensity. Because again, and we were some of the oldest people. Well, not we. My friend's younger than me. I was one of the oldest people in the class. I mean, there's people older than me, but I was definitely like on the further in. So I'm watching all these girls in their matching outfits, the matching suits, and they're like very flexible and 20, and they got their leg up in the air, and they're doing all this stuff. And it's like, not that you should compare, but I'm like, this is the wrong space for me. This is clearly a class for like
fitness
influencers. And I was looking for the class for the like namaste of it all. So,
right.
Anyway.
Okay. So did you ever ask if there was another option that would be a better fit for you?
No, there's other classes. So
that's what I mean.
Yeah. There's tons of other classes. It's just that one. Typically that's a class that you could go to that's like a flow, but it was just an intense flow. So, and it depends on the instructor and blah, blah, blah. So you just have to go to a bunch of classes and see what who your vibe is.
Are you going to become a yogi person?
No, because I can't take it that seriously. I'm not trying to diminish the practice.
Are you going to
get
a matching outfit?
Hell's no. I was like in there in a t-shirt and some yoga pants. And, I'm like, yeah, I'm a little bit warm, but it's fine, so. But it was good. It was good.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. Trying.
I mean, similarly, not at all, is like for me is with the dance classes that I go to. That actually really helps me stay sane because it's a regular rhythm and it's something that I've prioritized because it's a challenge to be able to make that space every week to go to classes with everything else going on in my family and kids, and it's like dinner time and all of those things. But it's really helped.
Yeah.
It's really helped. I really
Absolutely.
I'm grateful that I have that option.
Well, it's nice too because it's not only you're moving your body and doing something you love, you have community there and you have lots of friends. So that's a huge thing. I love doing things with friends,
For
it just makes it so much easier.
Well, and focusing on relationships that you have in real life is actually another way for me that really helps me to stay sane. Because when I'm online, which is generally where I am taking in all the doom and gloom and insane news and horrible circumstances that are going on in our country or in the world or whatever it is, I'm not connecting with somebody that I know in real life or that I see that's a part of my world. And so making sure that is a part of my rhythms too is really helpful because I don't want to just live my life online.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. I found myself recently in the last few months too, like not craving to be online as much anymore. Like I used to love just to scroll TikTok. You know me, I'm a TikTok girl. And then I like added reels and stuff. But like I've noticed now, like I only have so much capacity for doing that. I can't just go and go and go anymore. Like I can do it for like 30 minutes and then I'm like, okay. I blame it the fact that like the algorithm changed and stuff after it was bought out and it's no longer, the TikTok that it was, but it's a good thing because it's like I'm on it less. And I've kind of adopted this thing where, when I read the news and when I'm on the TikTok and I see the bad stuff, I literally have kind of like, like when we've talked about drinking before and you've always said like, nope, you have to have like a 1-to-1. You have one cocktail and you have to have a drink of water.
Yeah.
Like you have to 1-to-1 glass kind of thing. I'm doing that now with Pet Finder. So I read the news for a little bit and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a lot. And then I immediately go on Pet Finder and I just look at kittens and I just read pet profiles of cute cats and whatnot. So
like a palate cleanser.
It's my palate cleanser. Or one day.
Or you go sniff your cat.
Listen, it works. Well, when I'm at work too, it's like, cause I'll read the news and stuff when I'm on a break. And it like, there was one day and I was just reading all this crazy stuff. And it was like, I was just like, I was getting emotional about it and I was like, okay, stop. And I just literally Googled panda videos and I just was watching great pandas do somersaults, eat bamboo and carrots, be just, dumb. And I was just like, I could just slowly feel like, okay, we're just letting these endorphins or dopamine or whatever chemical makes our brains feel better hit. And it did help.
I love that. That's a great little tip.
Yeah. When in doubt, just search for your favorite animal videos. And then it's just
animal
like, I'm
videos,
great.
Funny videos. There's also like a couple content creators that are really funny to me that I'll always like go check out their stories because they kind of round up some good stuff.
Well, when TikTok was first, remember like, I don't remember when this was like before Christmas, maybe last year. They were like, oh, TikTok's closing down. Remember there was like the whole thing that TikTok's shutting off. It's ending on January, blah, 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 or something. I can't even remember. But I went through like my saved videos and I downloaded all the videos that I really like cherished for whatever reason or really got me. And so they're still on my phone, even though, TikTok's still here. But every once in a while too, I'll go back to those videos like from 2018, 21 that made me laugh so hard. I'll just watch them and just be laughing and giggling and being like, why are we doing this? I'm like, because this is the state of the world I'm in. I need to watch this video from 2018 to make me feel better.
Exactly. I feel like that's a great,
it's like low stakes, low effort way to like get yourself going a little bit.
And I feel like that's a great list that we just shared and came up with of ways to stay sane.
Oh, but we left off my favorite one, Jayme.
What?
Disassociation. So sometimes I just sit in a chair and stare out a window And I just I'm not there. Just not there, which is great too. Like sometimes too, people will be talking to me about something and I realize like I'm just looking at them and nodding and I'm like, I am not fully present right now. And my brain is somewhere else. And I'm just disassociating because you know what?
You have a short attention span, maybe.
No. It's not an attention span. It's a disassociating from the world. It's like my brain is like, oh no, we can't handle anymore. Let's turn off and just be a shell of ourselves. And I'm like, you know what though? I'm together.
It's a coping mechanism.
It's a great coping mechanism.
Right.
I mean, my counselor might be like, Beth, maybe we should work on that. I'm like, nope, not in this day and age. Disassociation is where it's at. If you're enjoying the podcast and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.